Right, okay, so I apologise for the lack of videos the last few days. I've got bad hair. Basically, I've started a new job and I'm having to get to work and get back, and it's quite tiring. But as promised, carry on with the NRL videos. And today is the North Queensland Cowboys. Last year they finished 8th in the league, in the ladder. They got through the finals and they actually got through to the grand final. And they were an average side. There's no debate about it. They were an average side, league form, finals footy. They came alive and they really played well. Now, two issues with the reason why they finished 8th last year. Jonathan Thurston, JT, shoulder injury. He misses about half the season. So Morgan has to come in. Now Morgan plays reasonably well, but hasn't had as much game time as Jonathan Thurston. So Thurston then obviously misses the World Cup. Morgan plays. So Thurston's injury had an effect on their positioning and why they possibly lost the final. But on the plus side, Jason Taumalolo has had a brilliant World Cup. These are their two of their key pieces, big, powerful in the forward pack and the backs. So Taumalolo has a really good season and a really good World Cup. Now, this is the key going forward. Now, JT has not got many miles, a couple of seasons left in the legs now. He's not got many miles left in the tank. So the fact that Morgan got all that game experience is crucial, because now there's a transition period. Now Morgan maybe gets a lot more games this season and the future does look bright. It's not all doom and gloom. Cowboys are still going to be competitive going forward. It's just whether how fit Thurston is coming off his injury and getting back into the side. They have lost a few young players like Ponga. He's gone. That means Lachlan Coote, when he comes back from injury, he's going to be the number one fullback. No doubt in that. He's going to be nailing that spot down for a long time to come. That's also crucial. But all told, they've got a reasonably balanced side. It's just down to a couple of key positions, and especially Jonathan Thurston. Now, Jake Granville is a great hooker, and in my mind could possibly play 80 minutes a game. He's not the best hooker in the league, but he's a good, aggressive ball carrier. He can carry the ball, he can tackle, he can pass, he can kick. He's an all-round. He can play in the backs, he can play in the forwards. It doesn't matter. So Granville is a key part of the axis between Granville and Thurston. And I think Granville did miss Thurston a little bit with his injury and not being in the side. That said, he was starting to develop a bit of chemistry with Morgan. So there is future at Queensland when Thurston does retire or if he's out for injury again. There is a good backup. And we now know there are some good second string can come in, play well. Taumalolo, if you've got a player like that and a forward pack similar vein, because they've got some big beasts up front who can break tackles, break the game line, handling skills. They can kick the ball, they can run, good positioning, good they can tackle just all day long. They have got a good side. Whether they can win the comp again or get to the final again is yet to be seen. They obviously only a few years ago they won the grand final. So and Thurston was instrumental in winning that grand final. So they've been now established in the finals stage of the season. So it's keeping that momentum going. They were very lucky to get into the finals this season just gone, and a few other injuries also, were a bit damaging to their momentum, and the side looked a little bit nervous at times, and there were some defeats in there. They didn't win every game, obviously. They only got in the finals by 2 points. They're only 4 points above Canberra, who were 2 places above them, so it was very close to that cut-off point for 8th place. But they're there. They haven't really shaken up too much. Thurston obviously is going to finish his career there, we know this. But again, his shoulder injury, how fit will he be and how much match fitness, if he, recovering from the injury, match fitness as well. This is not the only side having a key player injured, or several key players. Lachlan Coote as well, injured, missed the World Cup completely. So they're 2 key players that have been out for the World Cup and had lengthy injury spells on the sidelines. So it's not their physical fitness, it's their match fitness and tuning the brain on getting this because there's going to be some sloppy areas. They're not going to be 100% match fit off the get-go. But they have a nice long period of time to get fit and healthy and to assess their options. And, I'm not expecting JT to play every game. Even though he's no longer, going to be playing State of Origin, I don't expect him to play every game because that shoulder's being put back together and, having shoulder operations, you've got to think post-football here. He has been a legend in the game. And we'd rather see him go out on his own terms rather than the injury forcing him out. But all told, it's very exciting looking forward for the Cowboys. They have a good base now. They've established themselves as a competitive NRL team, and the future's looking bright in certain positions when certain players retire or move on. So they are, a good side, and they can win the comp again. I have no doubt. They could get to the final again, grand final again. But we don't know what's going to happen this season. So many unknowns, so many players moving around that I've never seen before. The cap is playing an effect on certain sides rather than others. So Newcastle were below cap compliance. They've now signed Mitchell Pearce. Teams like Melbourne, they've had to let Cronk go, even though he's only got a couple of years left in his legs, because of being on the cap and they've breached the cap before. And some people said they've been made scapegoats, and others have said, well, how can they keep that side together for so long, that core, without breaching the cap? So Canterbury as well, they've now got more depth than before. They've got 30 odd squad size, so they can put out 2 full teams plus interchanges. Pretty much, almost get out 2 full sides to play each other. So certain teams have got more depth than others. Some have got more young talent and are emerging. And I don't see Newcastle being the wooden spooners. I really don't. I think that could be West Tigers, possibly. Maybe even Gold Coast Titans. I've mentioned that in previous videos. I can see Queensland being in midway in the final 8. They'll be in the top half and then about 4th or 5th. And then going to the finals, they obviously can. They know how to play finals footy. Whether they win all their games or they lose, they know how to play and perform in the knockouts. So, in my eyes, they are pretty much a complete NRL team. There is room for improvement defensively, try scoring, fitness levels, new players coming in, old players going out. They have got a few things to work on. But in my eyes, with JT fit, or at least around matchday squad, I don't expect to play every game. And with Lock and Coote coming back and with Tamalolo in the pack, leading that pack, I can see them doing a lot of damage to a lot of good sides and being very competitive. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I do apologise for not having any videos up lately. It's just starting a new job. I've been doing a lot of travelling to get to and from work. The weather in the UK has been abysmal. We've had heavy snow, we've had sleet, we've had ice, we've had freezing fog. We've now had a few better days, but now that ice and snow has melted, so there is crap conditions basically. So it's been a bit of a long slog. I'd be very tired, obviously, as you can see, but I haven't forgotten you. I am doing this video, and yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you are a Cowboys fan. Please place your comments below. If you're just an NRL fan, place your comments below, and I will have some more videos on the remaining 7 teams coming up over the next few days. I have got a busy weekend up, I'm afraid. I am not going to be here Saturday. There's going to be no video Saturday because I'm in London watching an ice hockey game. So I'm going out with a mate and we're going to watch some ice hockey, so I won't be doing a video on Saturday because I am travelling all day and I'm going to be at a game. I might try and get a few videos from the rink if I can, but I'm not promising anything. But at the end of the day, thank you very much for watching and putting up with me not being on the airwaves for a few days, and I will have more videos for you soon.